All right, now grab your Bibles. I didn't even intend to do this because I thought we had sufficiently talked about commitment, the committed life, and then there's some footnotes that I just want to throw in. These will just be footnotes. These will just be footnotes. Amen. I'm not going to shout you this morning. I just want to appeal to your mind and see if I can change your level of commitment in your mind. Because it's one thing to shout over something. It's another thing to get it processing where? In your mind. So today I'm intending to transform your mind. Transform your mind so that you are committed to this word beyond January or beyond shouting. Amen? Amen. Now, we've been talking about, this is birthed out of our series that we did in December. We're doing it here again in January for a few weeks. Life is a gift. Life is a gift. So let me say what I've been saying the last 7 weeks. If you're alive in the new year, you should give God glory because life is a gift. Amen. You did not have to be here. It's a precious gift. The only reason you're here is because of God's grace and God's mercy. There's a whole family lost their lives. Whole family. It's coming back from vacation. And here you are. Activities of your limbs. Amen. Still here. So come on, give God, don't clap. Give God glory for your life. Give God glory for your life. Somebody say, thank God for my life. Even if it's broke, busted, and disgusted. Thank God for your life. Even if you're in aches and pains, heartache and rain. Thank God for my life. Anybody excited about living? Just living. I ain't talking about how you're living. I'm just talking about just breathing. Thank God for my life. So that's really been the gist, the Jekyll, if you will, of our presentation. But last week we shifted a little bit into the committed life. The committed life, because I am convinced that whatever it is you're going to conquer this year, you're going to have to be committed to it. Whatever it is you're going to possess this year, you're going to have to be what? Committed to it. Nothing is just going to happen. That's critical because, we get into December. See, now we're all shouting, we're all excited, and everything's good. Then we get to December, you get people crying. And say, well, what happened? Well, my year didn't go quite the way I thought. You ask them, what happened? What did you do? Nothing. Did you do anything different this year that you didn't do last year? If I don't do nothing, what's going to happen? Really? Nothing plus nothing equals. So touch it and say you got to do something. All right? And whatever it is you're going to do, you're going to have to be what? Committed to it. You're going to have to be committed to it. Somebody say the committed life. Commitment is when a man honors his word. I will. Thank you, Sister Korea. Commitment is when a man or woman honors their word. How good is your word? How good is your word? Your word speaks about your character. How good is your word? Your word is your name. When people say your name, what's the first thing they think of? Do they think, oh yeah, they're reliable? Oh yeah. You can count on them. Oh yeah. Or do they say, man, please? Don't fool with them. if you had to borrow some money from somebody in your family, what's the first thing they're going to think about you? Now, had your sister come, yeah, I'd have had a little something for her, but you? You say I ain't got it, or you missed the call, or you dodged the call, or you start a texting group with everybody but them. Come on, say your word is your bond. The committed life starts when we honor our word. It is hard to deal with somebody who is not committed to their word. You know I'm right about it. Hard to deal with somebody who does not honor their word. You leave out, you go to work, and you tell the kids, look, kids, listen. No company over. Wash the dishes. Sweep the floor. And don't drink my Pepsi. And they say, oh, yeah, Mom, man, we got it. Got it. You go to work and you come back. Kids in the living room. Dishes still in the sink. More dishes in the sink. Mucho mango's gone. They open your Pepsi and drink it, then put a little water in it, hoping you wouldn't notice because it's still black. And you say to yourself, somebody did not honor their word. Now, you might say that a different way. You might say that differently than how I just said it. I don't know if you're going to walk in the house and say, hey, somebody didn't honor their word. Who is it? I don't know if you're going to walk in like that. Let's go to the inverse of that. You tell your kids you get good grades, buy your cell phone. Help you buy your first car. Kids go out, they get A's and B's. They come home, they show you the card. And you say, well, what had happened was, what do the kids do when you don't honor your word? I knew I'd slide the room out the way. Because it doesn't matter whether the kids don't honor their word or whether we don't honor our words to the kids. In both scenarios, we are angry when someone does not honor their word. Because your word is all you have. It's all you got. The existence of church is based on the simple idea that people who have been saved will honor their word. I don't know next week if I'm going to have a choir. I trust that the choir members who signed up for it will come to rehearsal on Thursday, learn the song, and be here Sunday. If by rare chance they're not here, I can't call the police. Can I call the police? Say, please, the choir is not singing this morning. Come and get them. The best hope you have, Sister Patterson, for your ushers is that they would honor their word. You said today must be Black and Red Day, right? With the set of trusty lords. Get back right. Came in. Get back. Right, came in. Get back right. You believe the ushers are going to show up in their black and red? Right? Mr. John, you believe that the praise team is going to be here. And we do that based simply on people keeping their word. Okay, if you sell cars, that's your whole business. And people will come in and get that car when they drive off the lot. They'll keep their word. Because our word is our bond. Let me show you what Jesus says about about honoring your word. Turn to Matthew chapter 5. Chapter 5, verse 37. Again, we may not shout this morning, but if I can change your thinking. I think we got to it. Matthew chapter 5, and ironically, our Sunday school lesson was in Matthew chapter 4. Sister Daniel's talked a lot about what I'm going to say in just a few minutes. But Matthew chapter 5, verse 37. Matthew chapter 5, verse 37. Let's see what Jesus says about keeping your word. When you got it, say, I got it. Verse 37 says what? Amen. But let your communication be what? Or what? What? For what? Lord, give us the spirit of reading this morning. All right. Now, here's that same scripture in the Contemporary Translation. When you make a promise, what? What? So what is Jesus saying? What is Jesus saying? Jesus is saying, don't say yes to something if you meant no. And don't say no to something if you meant what? Yes. Let your yea be and your what? So we must be undergirding the idea of just honor your word. Just honor your word. Just say what you mean and mean what you say. Our word is so critical to the Bible that the Bible even says in Ecclesiastes 5:5, better is it that thou should not vow than that thou what? What? It is better to not sign up for something if you don't plan on being committed to the thing you signed up for. Teach, Brother Johnson. Better not sign up for it. It's better to probably go into the new year without resolutions than to have 20 of them. Don't keep none of them. If you're going to sign up for a thing, be committed to it. If you're going to say yes to a thing, be committed to it. If you're going to take the job, be committed to the job. I hear somebody saying, down the echoes of the corridor of time, be on time for it. Get a lot of amens right there. You get it right. I'll be there when I get there. That's how I feel. Then you come to church and call your boss a devil. The devil busy. You get busy on my job. Why? You want to be on time? Touch your neighbor and say, be committed to that thing. Honest work, honest pay, honest work, honest pay. Unless you're 800,000 federal workers, and that's another story. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. Be committed to that thing. All my entrepreneurs, if you doing your thing and you promise somebody 500 widgets, give them what? 500 widgets. Can you be committed to the thing you signed up for? That's the challenge. That's the crux of everything I'm going to deal with. Can you do that? How do you get a man to be committed to his word? How do you get a man to be committed to it? And in the natural, we struggle with this. I know, and I'll even say in the spiritual, but I got to prove that spiritually. But in the natural, man, we fall on our lawns and don't think nothing about it. Divorce rate is 50%. Signed contracts and so 350,000 civil court cases are filed each year in just Michigan over contract disputes. You said you was going to paint the whole basement for $400? Well, I didn't include the furnace room. You said you was going to change, you was going to fix my tire for $200. Well, that didn't include the price of the tire. And so we go to court. We fight this because somebody somewhere is not keeping their word. And I'm not talking about you have a bill you can't pay because you lost your job or money strained. I'm talking about you have the money and chose to take a trip. I don't know how people go on a trip and enjoy themselves and risk not having lights when they come back. It's just me. I wouldn't enjoy the trip. I hope we got our house and we come back, but we had fun. Didn't we have fun? No, that ain't fun. You dress all sharp, you look all nice. Look at you. Oh my God, look at you. But your rent's 2 months due. It is not right to sign up for something in the natural contracts. Well, we pay our cell phone bills. I was going to go on the cell phone, but let that go. It's not right. Take on notes and mortgages and bills, and you do not pay those bills. Look how quiet it is. You in here shouting. That speaks to your character. I'm telling you, one day we should invite all the credit card companies to just sit in service. They would probably crack up to see you gallivanting in such array and display of fantasticness, and at the same time, you ain't paid them in 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. And I'm not talking about you lost your job. I'm talking about you got it and won't do it. Because you done found something else better to do with your little money. Touch your neighbor and say, let your yay be yay. And your nay be nay. Should I go back to last week? 21 days? 21 days? Should I go back to that? Because y'all looking like he better keep moving. Let me go another way, Sister Brad. Let me go another way. This is weird. This is kind of a different way on a Sunday morning. I'm going to go another way. All right. I'm going to give y'all 30 seconds to read that sign. Just 30 seconds to study that sign. Ask you some questions on the scene. See how you do. Just 30 seconds. You don't have to read it out loud. Just read it to yourself. Y'all read that out loud, but we'll get to the scripture. And you said, maybe. Yay. Come on now. Read the sign. Stand to the side. Somebody said, do we have a trumpet in the band? We got a trumpet now? Trumpet and drums? Brad, you sweet. You sweet, man. Trumpet and drums. Damn. Y'all got it? What day does the store close? What time according to the sign? Sister Chris, I know you're not going to go into that. Really? According to the sign, what day does the store close? What time does the store open on Wednesday? What time does the store open on Thursday? 12 p.m.? All right. Huh? Brother, what time? Brother, what time does the store close on Thursday? All right, what time do you close on Saturday? All right, and then what time does it close on Sunday? What's the purpose of the sign? Yes. Purpose of the sign is let is so that you and I might know the store's level of commitment to us. We're open during these hours. We're closed on this day. Is that right? Now here's the question. If I drove to the store on Wednesday at 12:01, is the store open? It should be according to design because what? Because they should honor the word. Woo. We're going somewhere in a minute. If I got there Sunday at 5:52, they should. Why should they be open? Because the sign said. And the sign should give us the idea that they're going to honor their word. Could we say this? That what's on the outside gives indication of what's on the inside? Would that be an illogical leap in logic? Can we say that? That if the sign says it on the outside, then the hours of operation should be indicative of what is on the inside. Come here, now that I have your attention. God is saying to us, what does your sign say? And larger than what your sign says, shouldn't what you display on the outside reflect the change and the commitment of what you have on the inside? If you went to this store Wednesday at 12:15 and they were not open, what would you do? You'd be mad, you'd leave, you might write a review. Well, what do we do when your sign is not indicative of what you have on the inside? Your sign says, let your light so shine. But on the inside, all we see is darkness. Now, how do we sue you for false advertising? What do we sign up for to register our complaint that your sign doesn't match what's on the inside? You think that if this company, this business put this on their sign, you believe they're going to be committed to what their sign says. Because what I display on the outside should match what I have on the inside. Now, Jesus had the same problem with us. Here's what he says in Matthew 23, verse 28. He says what? Jesus says, I have a problem when we as believers look one way on the outside, but we're something altogether different on the inside. How I look on the outside, it doesn't matter if I have not changed on the inside. My sign should match who I am. Preach, Reverend John. Sign that I wear on my chest should match the words that come out of my mouth. And the words that come out of my mouth should dictate the behavior that comes out of my body. Preach, Reverend John. It should all match. It should all be the same. It should all be parallel. How you get a man on his word? When a man begins to understand that you are your sign. Now, watch this. Watch this. All right, let's go back to sign. All right, back to sign. Now, what time does the store open on Tuesday? And what time does it open on Friday? And what time does it close on Sunday? All right, now listen carefully. Now, if it's Tuesday, and I got a lot of money in my pocket, and I get there at 10 a.m., what's going on? But I got a lot of money in my pocket. Now what if on Friday I got there at 9:00 p.m. But I only got there late because I was in a deep prayer meeting with God. A deep prayer meeting with God. I mean, I just lost track of time, and I got there at 9 p.m. What? But I was in prayer. But prayer changes things. What if I stood outside the door and I said, Lord, let them open in Jesus' name. Let them open. What would happen? Say that again. It ain't what the sign says. And even prayer doesn't change what the sign says. What if it's my birthday and I feel really, really, really special? I feel so special on my birthday, so special. I show up Monday. I feel real special. What? But it's my birthday and I feel really special. My mama said I'm special. That ain't what the sign says. See, the store has no obligation to respond to you if you try to show up for hours outside of the sign. There's some stuff in our lives that should eliminate itself because they're showing up or it's showing up outside of our sign. And then you meet somebody and say, I don't know why I keep dealing with the same kind of man. I don't know why I keep dealing with the same kind of man. I just don't know why I keep dealing with the same. It could be because your sign is confusing. Now, why I deal with the same kind of woman? Don't know why I keep dealing with the same. It could be because your sign is confused. You're not clear in your sign. Because one thing about this, if you showed up on a Monday and it was closed, I guarantee you would not show up another Monday. You showed up Friday and at 9 p.m. and really prayed in the spirit and that door still didn't open, I guarantee you. Which tells me this, the enemy will adjust to your sign. Just don't change your sign. We must change our sign so the enemy can feel comfortable that we do stuff that we know we don't do. And even though our sign says saved, bought with a price, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost, we change our sign so our enemy won't get upset and say you're acting holier than thou. We change our sign so we can open up the belly to get another kind of man, another kind of woman. No! Keep your sign, and those who don't like your sign can keep moving. And if you keep your sign long enough, people will adjust to you instead of you always adjusting to them. My sign says I can't do that. My sign says I can't smoke that. My sign says I can't say that. My sign says I can't do that. Stop changing your behavior because people don't like your sign. That's my sign. We close on Monday. Now the store down the street might be open on Monday, but for us, we are closed on Monday. And I don't care how special you feel on your birthday. I don't care how much you pray in the spirit realm. We are closed on Monday. Touch your neighbor and say, see you tomorrow. Now, you say, well, all right, he don't preach about this sign. Here's some theology with it. Revelation Galatians 3:15 says, I know thy words. Jesus talking. That thou art. Jesus says, I'm looking at your sign. He says, I'm confused by your sign. I don't know if you're cold or hot. Then Jesus says this, at the risk of losing us, he said, I'd rather you be hot or cold. Because you can't be hot and cold. He says, I'd rather you be one or the other. Make your mind up. Are you open for business or are you not open for business? You gonna let anybody lay and play with you, or you not gonna let anybody lay and play with you? This is the part we wake up right here. Tell you, lady. Whoa! Whoa! Church is a trip. I'm telling you. Trip. Whoa! Gotta make up your mind. What is your sign gonna say? What your sign gonna say? What kind of business are you gonna have? You have business where any and everything goes on? You don't have a business that has standard? Because here's the beauty of lifting up a standard. When you lift up a standard, that's when the enemy runs. And you want a life where the enemy runs from your standard. Preach, Reverend Charles. Make that plan. Let's go back to the sign. Look at the sign again. What day they close? What on Sunday? What's their hours? Now, I don't know. It's just on sign. Maybe on Sunday they close. They open at 12 because they want to spend their time with God. Maybe they open at 12 throughout the week because they don't want to put their business above their family. Maybe they close on Monday because they want to have some time to themselves. The sign tells us what they tolerate and what they don't tolerate. Your sign should be reflective of what you tolerate and what you don't tolerate. What sign are you wearing this morning? When you leave church, what sign are you wearing? Open for business? Easy? Come get it over here? Just lost half the room right there. We do that over here. You know, and we did this before. You know, if you bought let's say you had $1 million. If you get a McDonald's franchise for it used to be $250,000. It might be a little bit more than that. But let's just say you said I'm gonna buy a McDonald's franchise. I got $1 million to buy a McDonald's franchise for $350,000. All right. Do you know in order for you to do that, you have to go to their franchise school? You can't, even if you have the money, you cannot just go and buy McDonald's. They say, all right, yeah, you got the money, that's cool. But you got to go to our franchise school. Why? Why? Why am I got to go to I got the money. Because you got to learn the standard. If I bought a McDonald's franchise, can I put purple drapes in the lobby? No. Why? Purple's my favorite color. Can I sell my mother's greens out the grill? Why? Nobody cooks greens like my mama. Nobody cooks greens like my mama. Why? Because they have a even if you have the money, you cannot do things at a McDonald's restaurant just because you want to do it. McDonald's says even if you got, we'd rather you walk away before you come in here and try to change our standard. Preach. Your standard should be the same. The McDonald's on 6 Mile, the Big Mac on 6 Mile should taste the same as the McDonald's by the airport. And for those of you who say it don't, why? Because somebody is there that's not honoring the standard. Don't blame McDonald's because a knucklehead got the mac sauce wrong. That Big Mac should taste the same. Taste the same. We in Bahamas, we went to McDonald's. I know it sounds strange, we got tired of all that hot food. But in Bahamas, you gotta get a quarter pound of cheese in Bahamas, it tastes the same as the one on 6 Mile. Should. You go to a Target store should look like a Target store in Detroit, and they went in Detroit, but anyway, you got the point I'm trying to make. Wherever it is, should look the same. Tissue was in aisle 3 over there, it should be in aisle 3 over there. Why? Because they have standard. The problem in the body of Christ is that we do not have, at the end of the day, standards. And for those of you who say, I do, are you committed enough to it? To establish your standard, even if it means you got to be by yourself. Your sign should tell us who you are, and your sign should help chase the enemy away. You know, there's a way you can carry yourself that you ain't got to deal with certain knuckleheads. Maybe it's different now, but back in the day, you would disqualify yourself when you saw a certain sister looking and acting a certain way. I don't know how it is now. It might be a little different now. Now they snap your finger and they come running, and that's another story. Back in the day, a young lady might think twice before approaching a certain brother who looks and acts a certain way. You would disqualify yourself. You say, oh no, I'm qualified for that right there. I'm going to stick over here with level C, because there's a certain way you can carry yourself where people will disqualify themselves. I just woke 3 people up because I said, really? Yes, really. People should be nervous to approach you if you let your light shine. People should be nervous to crack certain jokes around you if you let your light shine. Tough service. Well, I tell you, this is. People should be nervous and shocked to hear you say certain things. I didn't know you were like that. And you call you. Isaiah 59:19 says what? What? What is the Spirit of the Lord going to do? When is he going to lift up a standard? When the enemy comes, why? Why lift up a standard when the enemy comes in like a flood? Because the enemy can't climb to that standard. And the weird thing about Satan is he don't try. He lets you know I'm a snake. And yet. And so when it comes to our signs should match the words we say. There should be consistency in what you wear on your chest and what you say with your mouth. Jesus said, we just read in Revelation, he says some of our problem could be we have confusing signs. And your signs should be the same. Does that make sense? As a matter of fact, Jesus says, hey, I got some signs. You don't have to keep using those signs. I got some signs. Mark chapter 16, verse 17 and 18. He says what? And these what? Signs. What? Stop there. He says what? Say it again. And these, how many of you believe? How many of you believe? How many of you believe in Jesus Christ? Raise your hands high. How many of you believe in Jesus Christ? Jesus says, all right, put your hands down. If you just raise your hand, these signs. I lost the room early. I'm definitely going to lose the room now. If you just raise your hand, Jesus says, these signs should follow. What signs? In my name shall they what? They shall speak what? They shall take up what? And if they what? It shall what? They shall what? And what? Jesus said these signs shall follow them that believe. Are these signs following you? Simple question. Do you, when you read this verse, do you see yourself in these verses? Did Jesus, was he just joking? Is the next verse, and I joketh on the last verse? Is that? Did he mean what he said? Was his yea and his nay nay? Yeah. So he says what? These signs should follow them what? I believe. I didn't think I'd lose y'all here. I thought really this would be where we would just be shouting. I see now. Did I feel like you did 3 weeks ago? We had the big moment. That's how I feel. Sign 1 says what? That's the sign that should follow you. You should have a sign in your life, on your chest, somewhere that says what? Come on, say it like you mean it. What? Devils are not allowed here. How many of you wear that sign? And if you don't wear that sign, why? You need to get it. Whoever said that, you need to get it and wear it and wear it proudly. You cannot cast out a devil that you hanging with. Have I gone too far this morning? Should I back out? Sing a song here and back out? This should be one of the signs that you believe that you and the devil don't get along. If people who are devilish are comfortable around you, you cannot be wearing the right sign. People who are devilish should get nervous around you. Not that you God, not that you have a heaven or a hell to send them, but your standard of living is to such a degree that they disqualify themselves. That they say, I can't take this mess over there. Ain't no need for me, man, ain't no need for me eating buy these cigarettes over there. I know I can't smoke them over there. Ain't no need for me to get this drink and take it over there. I know. Just lost half the room right here. Half the room. That's why I don't come to church. I ain't wearing that time. I ain't wearing that time. Devils are not allowed here. Who brave enough to wear that sign? Who brave enough to wear that sign? 2 Corinthians 6:14 says what? Be ye what? What? Listen to this question. For what fellowship have righteousness what? And what communion what? Verse 17 says what? You cannot come out from somebody you hanging out with if you don't cast devils out. Somebody say real loud, not allowed here. You should come to your company, your business, and your space, and your aura, and know that's not allowed here. It's not allowed here. That's not allowed here. That's not allowed here. They shouldn't be comfortable hanging around you, and they are a devil. Is that all right? Jesus says, I got some signs. I got some signs too. You ain't got to keep showing that star sign. I got some signs. Sign number 2. He says what? Yeah. And you should have a sign in your chest that the devil's not allowed. And the second sign you should have is God does new things here. Who in here know that God has done something new in your life from the time that you've been saved? Maybe it's something you used to do that you don't do anymore. Now the key to that is to let him keep putting a new thing in you. Not the same person I used to be. Somebody used to say I don't say anymore. Somebody used to do I what? Place I used to go I what? Now you can only say that if that's true. Some of you saved and you believe, and Jesus said these signs shall follow you, and some of us go to the same places we used to go. You tell me what's the difference. We do the same thing we used to do. If there's no change, if you go to the same place, tell me what is the value of God in your life? There's no value. There's no value, or you're not committed to honoring your word. I see the looks on your face. Let me go wrap it. Philippians 1:6, he says what? 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 If God is doing a new thing in you, he's going to keep working on you. And the only time God stops working on you is when you change your sign. When you say, God, I'm closed for business. But as long as you're open, God says, I'm constantly doing a new thing. I want if there's 30 of you in here excited that God has not given up on you, but God is constantly doing something new in your life. If he's doing something new in your life, put up the new sign. Put up the sign. Don't let nobody call you by your nickname. Why can't I call you by? Because I got a new sign. I ain't talking about it. See, we got reaction. God, Jesus said, I got some signs. Don't keep putting up them store signs. I got some signs. Sign number 3, what? Who's scared to wear that sign? Matthew, Mark, he says, they shall take up serpents, and if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not what? Hurt them. Which means in your life, if you're a believer, you should have some signs of supernatural taking place in your life. There has to be something in your life that God has done that you know only God brought you through that thing. Who am I talking to in here? You know it was only God that brought you through that thing. High five your neighbor, say supernatural happens here. Supernatural. That's why don't panic about who's in the White House. I don't care if you like him, you don't like him, and I'm even going to President Obama. I don't care who's in the White House. If God's in your house, he can help you sustain yourself to whoever is in the White House. I just want to have the room there because I threw Obama there. I just want to have the room. If I just get the Trump, you've been on your feet. I don't care who's there. Your provisions do not come from there. Your provisions come from God. How do I know? Because he said, I supply all your needs according to my riches in Washington. Glory. I don't know if we have any federal workers here. You know, you haven't gotten 2 paychecks. And if you're here, we certainly praying for you. We hope this shutdown stops and you can get your deal back. But man, some of us have lived through missing some paychecks. What am I talking to in here? You lost 2 paychecks. I mean, they on the news. I mean, just I don't know how I'm gonna be able to make my car. But man, we've been 2 car notes behind. That ain't nothing. Just I don't know what I'm going to be able to do. I know how to do this. I'll tell you how you do it. You put your trust in God. And when you put your trust in God, you keep it moving, and God's going to work that thing out. Or he'll give you another job when you ain't got to deal with no shit. And then say, he'll work that thing out for you. He'll work that thing out for you. Why? Because the supernatural happens here. You gotta cry. You ain't gotta cry because somebody else crying. You ain't gotta throw in the towel because somebody else throw in the towel. You ain't gotta be depressed because somebody else depressed. Your help comes from God, and because your help comes from God, you know your life is an example of the supernatural. Anybody here have come through something that somebody else would have died from? Touch your neighbor and say, the supernatural happens here. No weapon that is formed against me, what? That's when we stop reading. What's the next? Read the word. And every tongue that shall rise against me in judgment, what? Touch your neighbor and say, be careful talking about me. Be careful talking about me. Because the supernatural happens here. God is not only going to stop the weapon, he's going to stop your tongue from coming on me. He's going to condemn what you say, especially if what you say ain't true. Touch your neighbor and say, the supernatural happens here. I see y'all like that. Let's read the last one. Jesus, I got some signs. Don't keep putting up them store signs. I got some signs. Sign number 4. Here, what? Mark 6:18 says, and they shall what? Lay hands on the sick and what? And they shall recover. Here we defy the odds. Who's scared to wear that sign? Even if you haven't used this sign yet, keep living. Because one day you're going to get into something that your money can't. Did I preach this already? I thought. That your money can't get you out of. One day you're going to have a dilemma. You know, they say, save your money for a rainy day. For a rainy day. Well, some of us, it's always been raining. When did it stop raining? God helps us defy the odds. And people get pink slips, and I'm telling you, they lose their mind. They go jump off cliffs and buildings. Man, please. The God I serve knows how to defy the odds. I know what the doctor said you have, but the God we serve, Sister Daniels, can heal all disease. And God can defy the odds. Me plus God is the majority. Why? Because this is how I fight my battles. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded. How you? Touch your name and say, God will help you defy the odds. I ain't talking to everybody here, but anybody here born in the hood? I ain't talking to everybody, so don't raise your hand. Get out of here. Come on, everybody here born in the hood, government cheese. Come on, where my Kingsway kids at? Where my Kingsway? Some of the other people don't Kingsway. What? Walking up the Kings Highway? What? Where my Krusty kids at? Where my Krusty? Everybody get your pants from Krusty's, and if you were lucky, you got your shoes from Kingsway. Who am I talking to in here? Where my Kmart folk at? Where my Kmart Krusty? If you Kmart Krusty Kingsway, stand up and sit back down. Come on here, sit back down. Now, come on, this is what I'm talking about. Now, somebody still saying, you got to admit that you come through Krusty's, you come through Kingsway, you come through Kmart, and look at you now. God has brought you through the odds, and you tell me you ain't wearing better. You got to be wearing better than Kingsway because it's cold. You got to be wearing better than Krusty's because it's cold. You got to be wearing better than Kmart because it's just cold. Who am I talking to? I find it every day. be scared to wear your sign. We ain't talking about your zodiac sign. As much as you shouted, hear me. As much as you shouted over defying odds, as much as you shouted over the supernatural happens here, you got to get equally excited over the devil can't be here. Some of y'all woke up when we talked about defying odds, but you were asleep when I was talking about the devil. That whole verse go together. It's not fair for God to do his part and defy the odds and keep his word. But you can't cast out devils and keep your word. If you can shout over the end of the verse, you got to learn how to shout over the beginning of the verse. God will supply all your needs. But you're going to have to hold up your end of the bargain too. I find 3 people who say commit to your word. Commit to your word. Tell them, commit to your word. Come on, tell them, commit to your word. Commit to your word. These signs shall follow them that believe. What signs, Red? 1, they shall cast out devils. Number 2, they shall speak with new tongues. People interpret that as speaking in tongues. There's a theology to that. I'm just talking about him doing a new thing in your life. Don't quench the spirit when God's trying to do something new in your life. I want to say that to about 32 people in here. You know, you feel the difference. You feel where he's trying to take you. You keep fighting. You keep fighting because he's taking you to a place you've never been before. Receive it. Sign 3, they shall drink poison or be bitten by a serpent, but no harm will come to them. Receive the sign. Wear your sign. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart. Lean not into thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him. He will touch your neighbor and say, he will. Yeah. Do it again, say, he will. He'll direct your path. I heard somebody in there. Wear your sign. This is the year, Brother Al, Brother Sam, to wear your sign. Either you're going to be saved or you're not. Let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. Because Jesus says you cannot be hot and cold. You've got to be hot or cold. Jesus, what happens if we try to be hot and cold? What happens if we try? He says, I'll spew you out of my mouth. Which means what? Trying to live both ways makes Jesus sick. It's the year to wear your sign. Bow your heads, close your eyes. God, in Jesus' name. We hear you loud and clear. Just as a store has a sign. You said in Mark 16, we as believers should have signs. And just as a store not honoring the words of its sign would make us angry and mad and frustrated, he says that's how it should be in the body of Christ. when believers don't wear the signs that follow them. Don't do the signs that follow them. You said in Revelation, it makes you sick. You said you spew it out of your mouth. So God, this year, as we're believing you for cars and debt, reductions and weight loss and all this other stuff, help us to get back to a life of consecration where we begin to wear our signs. No devils allowed here. New things are happening here. Supernatural's taking place here. Lay hands on the recovered. They find the odds is happening here. Help us to walk in those signs. I speak signs and wonders in our lives in Jesus' name, but more importantly, I speak integrity. I speak holiness. I speak behavior changes. I speak mouths closing. I speak bad attitudes going away. I speak release from addictions in Jesus' name. I speak you having your way in this place. God, manifest the signs in our lives. In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. Amen. Thank God. Come on, give God glory. Hug at least 3 people. At least 3 people. Tell them I'm going to wear the sign. I do.